folks, this morning here in Texas we've got a cold snap that's coming through, and down here in Texas we ain't used to that. A couple years back we had snow, and it virtually knocked out the power grid in Texas, and so lots of folks was out of power. So being prepared for power outages in this inclement weather, and right now the United States, from I guess Ohio all the way to the East Coast, all the way from the north all the way down into the south, we're going through some really bad snowy weather, up north, and they're predicting here in Texas that Thursday to Friday time frame, like Dallas area is expecting 2 to 4 inches of snow. Now I'm about 2 hours south of Dallas. We're right in the zone of freezing precipitation and possible snow, ice, sleet, mixture, everything. So my point is, for all of this, and many of you have already experienced this, that are in regions that get a lot of snow and stuff. But what do you do in the case of a power outage? I have several tanks in here. How do I deal with power outages? And for me, the simple thing is, for me, is I have this here, it's a battery backup. It's an EcoFlow, and let me turn it on here real quick. So as you can see, it's sitting at 100%, so it's fully charged. So that's one way to be prepared, is to have some sort of backup power for you to keep water movement in your tank. So in the event of power outages, how do I deal with my tanks? So I have several of the aquarium co-op battery air pumps, battery backup air pumps, and if I turn them on, you can see it's already fully charged, ready to go. Turn it off, and they're off. So that's one way to keep water movement, air movement, because your fish need oxygen. When your filters ain't running, your sumps ain't thumping, and your pumps ain't pumping, and all that, you need something to move water. So, like I say, a battery backup, this EcoFlow that I use, I can use it to power any air pumps. Normally what I do in a power outage, which I've had, and I've used this, is I'll run on my 180 gallon that's right here. I will run my wave makers in there, because they produce a bunch of surface agitation to get the oxygen flowing. The rest of my tanks, I run just nothing but sponge filters. I turn, whether it's the aquarium co-op type battery backups, or if you have another type of battery backup, or if you have on this particular tank, you can't see it, but the air pump behind it it's all electric. It's not battery backup. So literally I can just plug it into this and it'll run for hours, Same way with my tanks right here. They're run off of an aquarium co-op battery backup air pump, and that's how I deal with that. So let me know what your thoughts. I mean, a lot of folks have home backup systems. They have a home generator, and that's really great. I wish I could afford doing that. That would be totally awesome. But at this point in time, I just don't have the money to do that. Some folks have solar. I'm not a big fan of solar. I just don't think you get your bang for your buck out of it. I just don't. I think there's other ways to do it, but that's just my opinion. So what about heating your home? Have you thought about that too? Now, I grew up in upstate New York as a kid, and we used an old kerosene heater. You put kerosene in it, and you crank the thing up, and you light it, and you let it heat your house. Well, That's what I do here. Matter of fact, let me take you out there and show you my kerosene heater. It's actually running right now. And I have a 2,400 square foot home. And that heater will keep my house at a comfortable level where I don't need to run the heater itself in the house, because electricity here is like super crazy high thanks to the I won't get political, but yeah, I will. The Obama, or not the Obama, but the Biden administration and his energy policies. So hopefully once Trump gets in office, things will get better. We're just praying for that. Anyway, let's go look at my kerosene heater, and this is how I keep my house warm, even when I have power. But if you don't have power, it's a good way to have an emergency way to keep your house warm. So let's go take a look at that real quick. So there you go, folks. This is the kerosene heater, and you know, I use this right now. It's like 8:15 in the morning, and if I look outside and look at my temperature gauge, it is sitting at about 28 degrees. So we'll just kind of flash out there so you can see. Yeah, pretty cool out. So anyway, to save on electricity, you know, I use these kerosene. Kerosene is, well, I guess it ain't really cheap either, but either way, I think it's cheaper than using the electric, you know, in your house. But that is how we save energy, we heat homes, and in case you have a power outage, this is one other way to keep your house nice and toasty. So anyhow, folks, that is how I deal with the case of an emergency power not working. You can't heat your homes, you know, whatever. I have ways to survive. Just put your thoughts in there. Let me know what you do. Or do you even have to worry about power outages? I've been lucky here in this home. I've only had power outages once or twice. In my previous home, when Texas got hit, we had about 10 inches of snow, which is super rare. I've been here since 1990, and I've only seen that much snow just that one year. I've seen an inch, maybe 2 inches in the past, or we get a little ice storm and the ground is crunchy, and then a day later it's 80 freaking degrees. So anyhow, I know I'm just kind of rambling, but that's my thought process is, are you prepared in the event that you lose power during this winter time here? Let me know your thoughts. Are you prepared? Are you able to take care of your fish? If you're not, it's really something to think about. Anyhow, hope you all have a blessed day and have a great time. Love you all. Bye-bye.